Good morning, children. Welcome to our online class. In our previous lesson, we have discussed about the spreadsheet and introductions. In that, we have discussed about the different types of operators, also operations like addition, subtraction, using the AutoSum, and also we have introduced about the references while referencing, while copying the formulas, types of data, and so on. Today, we are moving to another chapter, that is more on spreadsheet. So in this session, we will learn about the simple functions and formulas in Excel. We will also learn how to insert the formulas and using the autofill features. So importance and utility of Excel 2016 has been discussed in our previous chapters. Now you have come across with the features, components, you have learned how to enter a data, and also you have learned how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division with the help of the previous chapter. Here we will be learning about the how to use the formulas in order to get the result easily, and also the inbuilt functions which are there in Excel. We will be introducing that also to you in this lesson. So as you know that Excel is made up of rows and columns. The rows consist of rows consist of numbers, and the columns consist of letters. So the combinations of intersections of rows and columns makes the cell. Each cell has its address called cell address, isn't it? Now let us come to the functions, simple functions and formulas. So today's topic is simple functions and formulas. Now, what is a function? A function in MS Excel are inbuilt formula. So formulas are there which is already existing in the system. Inbuilt formulas that use the data entered in the cells to perform the complex calculations. Complex calculations can be done with the help of these functions. The data entered in the cell is an input to the functions and called argument. So when you enter a data in a functions, that is called argument. So you should know the term. Arguments is the data that we enter with the help of with the functions. In Excel, a function is written as, now there is a way to write the function. There is a way to write the function. So how to write the functions? So we have to always start with the equals to sign. So when we write the function, we have to write equals to sign. Then we have to write the function name. Then we have to specify the brackets, and we have to write the attributes. Attribute 1. How many attribute is there? Accordingly, you can write. Attribute 2. This attribute, and it should be that attributes needs to be enclosed in the bracket. So the way of writing the functions, or way of accessing the function, is you have to write the function name and attribute which you want to give. Let us take the example of average function. So if I have to use the average function, I have to write equals to average. Then what do I have to do? This is the function name, and here I have to give average of what? So average of B2 to B6. So this indicates the range, range from year to year. So I have already told you an Excel consists of sheet that is called worksheet. So worksheet is made up of rows and columns. Isn't it? And rows and columns. And these rows are indicated by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and columns are indicated by the alphabets. Okay, so here if I write B2 to B6, if I write the value 23, 12, 42, 46, 9, isn't it? How many? B6. So this is B6. Why B6? Here I am specifying that I want the average from 23 to 9. That is 23 is there in which address? So you know the cell, which cell address? In B column, second cell. So that is 23. From 23 to this one. What is the address of this? This is in B column, 6th row. I want the average from year to year. That means I am specifying the range from year to year to get the average. When I put the enter sign, I put this enter sign, I will get the result. Okay. So while using the function, you have to mention the function name, bracket, attribute. So attribute may be either you may put the single address, or you may put the data, or you may put the range of the cell. So this is simple example of function. In the above example, average refers to the average function, and B2 to B4 is the arguments of the average function. So this is the arguments. This is the arguments. We are sending the arguments, and this is the function name. Function name and argument. Now, so whenever you are writing the function, you have to specify that it should, the function, you should follow some rule, otherwise you will get the error message. So the first rule is that while writing the function, that a function always start with an equals to sign. So always start with the equals to sign. Here when you are writing the function over here, always start with the equals to sign. Second rule is that there should be no space between equals to sign and the function name. Equals to sign and function name, there should not be any space. So if you write equals to sign and you leave the space, and if you write average, then this will be wrong. It will give you the error. So there should not be any space between the equals to sign and the function name. This you need to remember. The third one, the function name should not be the valid Excel function name. So if you are writing the valid Excel function name, so whatever functions are mentioned in that in the Excel, that only you can write. Instead of AVERAG average, if you write AVG only, it will be wrong. It will be wrong. Whatever is there, that should be there. If average function is given, average is given. If you have to add, instead of add function, sum function is there in Excel. If instead of sum, if you write add, then you will not get. So you need to be specific. Whatever is there, whatever is provided, that needs to be written there. The function name should be valid Excel function name, and all functions should be followed by an opening and closing bracket. This opening and this closing bracket is very important. So these are the 4 rules which you need to understand, you need to know while writing the function. So this is simple functions. You can have a function name and attributes, and this function name, like here equals to is the sign, you should write equals to sign. You have to write the assigned Excel function name, then it should be inside the bracket, and your argument should be there. Okay, so this is how you write the function in Excel. To insert a function, click on the cell in which you want to insert the function. Suppose if I want to get the average of this, now I can write average here and I can use the function here. You have to insert, you have to click, you have to make the cell active where you want to write the average. Click the cell in which you want to insert the function. On the home tab from the editing group, click the arrow next to the AutoSum. So next to the AutoSum in the home tab. So in the last session we have learned about the different components of the Excel windows. So now you must be knowing about the tab. You must be knowing about the tab. Home tab, different tabs are there. So in the home tab, you have to select the option called this option. This is the AutoSum option. This the name of the option. This symbol is AutoSum. From the home tab, you have to use the AutoSum. You have to use the AutoSum. Then, so after that, AutoSum menu will be there. Different AutoSum menu will be there. So you can see the menu in this figure 2 in your book. It is showing you the sum, it is showing you the average, it is showing you the count number, it is showing you max, min and more functions. Then select more function option, then you can get the dialog box is there. If you need some more functions, there are some other functions are also there. But if you have to use the sum functions, average function, count, max, min, then you can get there. So other than this function, if you want to use, you can click on the more function. The insert function dialog box appears as shown in figure 3. The dialog box is there. Select the function list, select the required function, then click on OK. So whichever function you required from that particular menu. So there is a 4 options are given over there in the menu, like AutoSum. In the AutoSum, when you click on AutoSum, you are getting sum, you are getting average, and some more functions are there and other functions are there. So if I need average function, you select this function, then it will give you 2 boxes. It will give you 2 boxes for number 1 and number 2. You put that and click OK, then the output will be given automatically. Okay, so this is how we use the AutoSum function in order to get the result of the function. So different types of functions are there, you can try. Now the next thing which we will be discussing is about the formula. So these functions are the inbuilt formula which are already there in Excel. Once you use it, it will give you the result. Another way is that you can make here, you can write your formula on your own also. So now we will be discussing about the formulas. Formulas. F-U-R-M-U-L-A, formula. So what is formula? Formula is an expression that calculates the value of a cell. It generates the result of a calculation in the desired cell. So wherever you want to give the result in that cell, you will be getting the calculation. You have to write it over there. The formula needs to be written on the cell where you need to get the calculation, and the result will be generated in that cell. Similarly, to a function, a formula should also start with a equal to sign. So formula also starts with equals to sign. However, it does not require the function names and attributes. So we do not have to give the function name and attribute. You can perform operations directly using the cell numbers. The example, formulas to calculate the average of the numbers in a cell A to A1 to A3 equals to A1 goes to A1 plus A2 plus A3 divided by 3. So this is the formula. So A1 means the value which is there in A1 cell, A2 means the value which is there in A2 cell, and A3 means the value which is there in A3 cells. So when you press the enter, you will get the result of that particular average in the cell which you have selected. So while writing the formula, you just have to write the formula in the cell where you get the result. To insert a formula, click the cell in which you want to insert the formula. So select the cell where you need the formula, highlight the cell, click the formula bar. Click the formula bar, type the equals to sign. Equals to sign is the must in the formula also, and enter the formula you want to use and press enter. So entering formula is also similar to entering the function. You have to select the cell, start with equals to sign, write the formula which you want to put it using the operator plus, minus, subtraction, division, whatever you want. Then you can press enter. The result of that formula, of that data, or that range will be there. Okay. Now, how to select the cell? Selecting the cells. While performing the operations on data, you need to select the various cells on which you want to perform the data. You can select cell either by manually picking them or by selecting them in the formula bar. In either case, the result would be the same. So, when you do this, this one, whether you copy it or whether you select it, the result will be the same. Select the cell where you want to store the result of the operations. Where you want to show the result, that cell needs to be selected. Select the formula bar, enter the formula, and within the parenthesis, enter the address of the different cells whose sum you want. You can see the selected cell as highlighted in different colors to represent how they are selected. So see, look at figure 5 and check how to add the cell. So similarly, here this one equals to sign, then you just have to give the address of the cell and you just press the enter. You can get the address of the 3 numbers. Now, changing the cell contents, you can easily change the data you have entered in the spreadsheet. You can click on the data you want to edit and start typing the new data. This will clear the previous data and displays the data. However, if you want to edit only some part of the cell data, you need to double click on the cell you want to edit. So you can do the editing by double clicking on the cell, or you can with the help of or you can also use the edit text from the formula bar. So you can also use undo features, redo features, and so on. Now let us discuss one more features. How to use, what is autofill? Autofill features. Autofill, use the autofill feature. The autofill feature in Excel is used to enter the data quickly instead of entering it manually. Such a number, name of the month, date, week, and weekdays can be entered easily. So in order to use the autofill features, you have to type one value in the cell. Suppose if you write this, you write January. If you write one value in the cell, then you have to position the cursor in the left hand side corner. So select this, thin plus sign will come once you select it. Put the cursor in the side, position the pointer at the lower right corner of the cell. The mouse pointer changes into the black thin plus symbol. Hold down the left mouse button. So after getting this thin plus sign, you have to hold the left mouse button and you have to drag the fill handle. When you drag the fill handle, the name of the month will be typed automatically. So if you have written January, it will be given February, March, April, and so on. Similarly, you can use this days of the name of the days of the week also. Name of the days of the week also. If you write Sunday, then you can get, when you drag this fill handle with this thin plus sign, you get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. So this is the autofill features of MS Excel, which is very useful for entering the data quickly in the cell. So for today, we will be keeping till here. In the next class, we will be continue with the same chapter, and I just want you to go through this chapter, and if any queries, you can send it to the WhatsApp, and also I'll be giving you the chapter exercises from the book in the PDF file. Thank you.